Hi guys, Look4K here and welcome to another FIFA 19 player review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 93 rated prime icon moment, Sbc Zanetti. He has got a sensational card and he did cost me in the region of 10,000 coins to complete his loan SBC, and in the 4 games that I played him with, he didn't score me any goals, but he did get me 1 assist, and he does have a 4-star weak foot as well as 2-star skill moves. Then moving on to his game stats, his main standout stats are going to be his 97 crossing, his 96 stamina, his 93 ball control, and finally his 95 stand tackle. And it did have the powerhouse chem stat applied to Zanetti, and all games were played in Division 5 FUT rivals. Apologies for this video not being out sooner. It was planned to be, but coming home from work today too, my trains were cancelled, which was an extreme annoyance, so it's kind of delayed this video coming out by at least an hour, so that was out of my control. Blame the train company service, do not blame me for that. I'm so sorry about that, guys, but it is what it is. Even so, we still got the video, which is obviously the main important thing. But for the most part, I really enjoyed this card. Obviously, I don't know what the price is, but there is an upgrade SBC if you've already got the 92 Zanetti. Obviously, you got to take into account the 92 Zanetti is a right back. This is a CDM card, and don't get me wrong, he plays well as a CDM, but you know, I don't know whether I would want to switch him from a right back to a CDM as such, because a lot of you guys might be already used to using him as a right back. But doing this SBC overall for 1.3 million coins is pretty interesting. That's if you don't have the 92 Zanetti and you're doing the whole thing from scratch. But anyway, looking in the pros for this Zanetti card, his first one is going to be his tackling. His tackling stats are absolutely fantastic, as you would expect, because all his other icon cards are full back positions. 2 of those are right back, the baby one at a left back, and yeah, 95 stand tackle, 91 slide tackle, 91 marking, 96 interceptions, with the powerhouse chem stat. Both his interceptions, marking, stand tackle, as well as slide tackle all go to 99. His heading accuracy remains at 86, which is already fine for the position that he's playing in. And obviously, you know, you would expect his tackling to be good, obviously, because there's so many, you know, all those other cards being played in that position. You'd expect good tackling from, and it's the exact same in the CDM card. Really, really good, and just literally perfect stats for a CDM position, which heavily relies on being able to make tackles before, you know, it gets, you know, you want your CDM to try and stop the initial attacks before it gets, I'd say, a back defensive line, and he could definitely more than do it. He could just end attacks for the opposition team, just like straight away. I was insane. But his second pro as well is going to be his passing. Obviously, this is another important part to a CDM card. You want them to be starting off the initial attacks as well as breaking down opposition attacks and stuff like that, and definitely his passing does not disappoint. 95 short passing, 90 long passing, and yet again with the powerhouse chem style, in my personal opinion, the best chem style to apply to this Sbc Zanetti card. That's all the engine chem style. Both of them are, I think, are the best ones. They will both go obviously with the powerhouse chem style. Both his passing stats go to 99, which is absolutely fantastic. Also, his crossing, not like it really matters for his CDM position, also goes to 99. His vision goes up to 96. Even his curve is increased a little bit as well. His free kick accuracy remains at 58, which isn't really a problem, because the chances are you're going to have somebody else in your team who's already going to be good at taking free kicks and stuff like that. But yeah, once again, passing obviously very good. They get me 1 assist from the 4 games as well from a CDM position, which I think is actually pretty decent considering how deep a CDM typically plays. Now, would I play this guy any more forward? I suppose if you really wanted to, you could maybe play him as a centre mid, but at that point I'd probably say no, because he's not the best one going forward. He is the best going forward in the sense that he doesn't, you know, he feels pretty smooth on the ball. He doesn't feel sluggish or anything like that. He doesn't feel clunky, but I wouldn't play him as a centre mid just because they're going to be more relied upon trying to, you know, score the odd few goals. Because in my opinion, if I'm using a card as a centre mid, I do want them to occasionally chip in with a goal and stuff like that. Zanetti's finishing stats are pretty awful, so I don't think I'd really play him personally as a centre mid. Don't get me wrong, he wouldn't make a terrible centre mid, he just wouldn't make like the best box-to-box centre mid. I think there are better ones out there, like an 88 Ballack, for example, or an 89 Gerrard, something like that instead. But definitely as a CDM though, he works really, really well in that position. I have to say, 1.3 million coins, would I recommend him? I mean, obviously it's a lot of coins, don't get me wrong, but overall I couldn't really find that much to fault from him. If you want to use this guy as an out-and-out CDM, he is really, really good. And you know, there are obviously a lot of other awesome CDM cards and icons, you know, Varane and stuff like that, Gattuso, but this guy really, really does stand out overall. I have to say, throughout the 4 games, I was very impressed with him. You know, can you really justify over 1 million coins just for one card? arguably yes, to an extent. Obviously for a CDM, maybe not quite as much as a striker necessarily, or an attacking player, but definitely if I had like loads and loads of millions of coins spare, I'd probably do this SBC. And even I still could, because obviously I could put the 86 for one into this SBC and try and find another million coins from somewhere to finish off the SBC. But overall, I think judging by the 4 games, yeah, I probably would recommend him as one of the better CDM icon cards to go for. But anyway, guys, this is going to finish off this play. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.